Welcome to the Drastic Results with Toni Taylor show.
To go to another level, you must try to learn and hear something new. So make a change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Taylor. Toni Taylor. Drastic Results, oh yeah, with Toni Taylor. Yeah.
Welcome to the Drastic Results with Toni Taylor show. Today's show is all about branding and storytelling. Now, when I talk about branding, some entrepreneurs neglect the power of branding. Big corporations spend millions of dollars around their brand. There's a good reason why. But as a small business, we have to pay close attention to our brand. Our brand helps us to attract the right people so that and turn off the people who are not interested in doing business with us. Having the right brand is critical to being an entrepreneur. Our second guest is going to talk about storytelling in the sales process. Yeah, stories matter. And you've got to learn the art of telling your story to build a deeper connection with your prospect so you can close more sales. So to demonstrate, I want to show you a story about the power of branding. I'm at the gas station recently and I'm pumping my gas, and the guy next to me who's pumping his gas says, "I know you." "You know me? How do you know me?" he says. He said, "I saw your license plate. You see, I have the word drastic on my license plate because I am all in on my brand. So if you're ever riding down a highway, especially in Houston, and you see the word drastic, don't run me over, that's me." So he says, "I remember your brand. I remember the talk you gave on being drastic. I actually recently took a drastic step myself," he said. "I left the industry I was in when you met me, and I'm now in a new industry, and I'm super excited about my future." Ladies and gentlemen, that's drastic. I had to hire a branding coach. I had to get coaching on branding myself, because sometimes we're too close to the situation. You know, you can't see the picture because of the frame situation. We're too close to the situation. So I had to hire someone to help me to come up with my brand. You need to do the same. So we have an expert who's going to tell you about branding, and we're going to have an expert who's going to tell you about storytelling. See the power of my story? I illustrated to you the importance of branding. So I'm going to introduce you to Tarsha Hearns, the marketing lady, and her brand is all about making an impact. And I am going to introduce you to Sistar Bobatoon, who is the master storyteller, and she's going to tell you why story in sales will help you close more deals. This is Toni Taylor, and we'll be right back with our first guest, Tarsha Hearns.
Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Taylor.
Whether you're looking to connect with customers, find new ones, or sell more of your awesome stuff, Constant Contact has powerful email marketing tools and more to help you do more business online. Power on with Constant Contact. Try it free today.
Are you a busy business owner that feels invisible and you are not making the money you deserve? My name is Toni Taylor with Drastic Results Coaching. I'm a leading marketing and sales coach who teaches service-based entrepreneurs how to magnetically attract their ideal clients to make more money now. If you are ready to get drastic results in your business, contact Toni at 713-387-9273. Remember, take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. Welcome back to the Drastic Results with Toni Harris Taylor show. We're here with my first guest, Tarsha Hearns, who I call my mini me. We met 8 years ago working on a project together, and we've been fast friends ever since. She's known as the marketing lady, and she too is my business twin. So Tarsha, are you there?
Yes. Hi, Toni. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and congratulations on taking the drastic steps to launch your own TV show. I am so proud of you.
Thank you. You know, this has been a dream of mine for a long time. So tell us how the marketing lady was born.
Yeah, so again, my name is Tarsha Hearns. I am the marketing lady. I'm a personal brand strategist. I am passionate about helping people build a powerful brand that impacts. And what I do is I help them define, build, and promote a brand that will make an impact on their bottom line. I started the brand, The Marketing Lady, 17 years ago when the truth about corporate America was revealed to me, and I didn't like what I learned. I learned that someone else was in control of my destiny when I was denied of an internal transfer. So after thinking it through a little bit, I just fired my boss and immediately started networking. I was networking from sun up to sundown, trying to find my next job. But instead of finding a job, I ended up finding my purpose, which led to me creating the brand called The Marketing Lady.
So you are known as the networking queen in Dallas, and I'm the networking queen here in Houston. And that's why I say she's my mini me. So networking has changed your life, and I know you in multiple ways. I think you met Greg, your new husband, through networking. So networking changes lives, but you have a book as well. So tell us about your book.
Yeah, so last year I wrote a book called Making an Impact, How to Build a Powerful Personal Brand. It's available on Amazon, so you can locate it there. And in that book, I share my story about how I built my business as well as how I built my brand. I share tips and strategies on how to define, how to build and promote your own brand. And I also share stories of clients that I have coached and trained over the years, helping them build a brand that impacts as well.
Awesome. And so why is branding so important for small business owners? Big business spends millions of dollars on their brand. Geico, we see every form of commercial with them. And while we don't have $1 million budgets, we get that. Small business owners still can create a brand and make an impact. So why is that important?
Yeah, Toni, it's absolutely critical that a small business think just like a big brand, right? You may not have a big brand budget, but there are things that you can do. One of my favorite quotes is by Rick Warren, the author of A Purpose-Driven Life. And he says, if you are alive, you have purpose for your life. And my business version of that is, if you have a business, there is a purpose for your brand. And when you are able to effectively communicate your brand's purpose, your brand's mission, and the brand value you bring to your audience, you're going to naturally attract your audience. You're going to naturally build your tribe, and all of that will impact your bottom line. So while a small business may not have that big brand budget, it's important, it's critical to have a brand that's consistent. So one of the things I really admire and love about Toni is how consistent her brand is, her brand messaging. She used her license plate has Drastic on it. So if you see a car driving around with Drastic on the license plate, you know that it's Toni Harris Taylor. So that's why it's so important, because it's about brand recognition. It's about being memorable, and you want that, especially as a small brand, because when it comes time for someone to purchase the products and services that you offer, you want to be top of mind. And that is one of the critical importance of having a powerful personal brand.
You know, that is so true. And branding, people have tried to talk me out of my brand. They've said, you know, Drastic, that's so like drastic. And people aren't attracted to that. But the people who know they're ready to get out of their comfort zone, they got to do something different, they are attracted to that. And that weeds out the people who are scared by getting drastic. So you make a wonderful point there. So you and I have seen the peaks and valleys together, haven't we? What I want to ask you is, what drastic steps have you taken in order to continue to be an entrepreneur?
Well, my drastic steps were pretty drastic as an entrepreneur, and I would love to come back to the show and tell it in detail, but I'll give the abbreviated version. As 2 years ago, rather, I decided to go back into the workforce and become the director of a women's business center located here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It was a drastic move because I love entrepreneurship, I love self-employment, but I also really understood how over the years, the past 17 years, I've been building my brand and my brand purpose. So I am really confident. I know that God led me to this position as a way to elevate my brand and use my voice to impact women and minorities who are entrepreneurs so that they can be successful and impact their communities. So that was my drastic step 2 years ago, and I love what I'm doing. I am impacting and supporting businesses all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Yes, you are, and I've had the privilege of coaching some of your clients. You're making a major impact with them. So tell everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Yes, so anyone can follow me on any of the social media platforms. I am there. I'm even on Clubhouse. I just joined that. But my website, themarketinglady.com, you can visit me there. And when you sign up, when you go to the site, you can get a free irresistible brand kit. And of course, you can go to Amazon to purchase my book, Making an Impact: How to Build a Powerful Personal Brand.
I love it. Thank you so much, Sistar, for supporting me.
You're welcome, and congratulations again.
Awesome. Love you, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye. Thank you so much, Tarsha, for giving us your brand voice. We'll be right back with my next guest, another Sistar, Star Bobatoon, the storyteller.
If you are a business owner who needs more revenue but doesn't have the time or team to conduct sales activities, you need Unstoppable Sales Support. I'm Tish Time, CEO and founder of Unstoppable Sales Support. For over 10 years, I've helped teams to close more sales. Unstoppable Sales Support is your outsourced sales solution. Prospecting, follow-up, and we close sales. Done for you.
Have you ever thought about the true definition of success? Well, fortunately, there's no wrong answer. We all have our own ideas of what true success actually means. So don't let yourself get caught up in trying to live someone else's success story. I'm Mike Bush with JLA Realty, and I want to take just a moment to let you know what our idea of success actually means. It's helping to create successful, passionate, and driven agents, which give us satisfied clients. So if you're ready for us to help you write your own success story, go to joinjla.com and let's get to work.
Welcome back. My next guest is Miss Star Bobatoon out of Virginia. Star is one of the Sistars I told you about, who is my partner where we share the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. But most importantly, Star is a master storyteller. She's amazing at the story and has helped me to be able to close more sales by refining my stories. Welcome, Star, to our show.
Hey there, Toni. Good to see you. Thanks for having me, my sister. Always here to support anytime you need me. You know that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So, give me a little bit of your history, your background, and how you became the storyteller.
Excellent, excellent. And so I started out as a child actress. I was on television. I did commercials on the stage, and I absolutely loved it. But there was a lot of tension in the family. A lot of tension comes with having a child who is, in acting. And my mom had two of them, trying to handle that by herself. There was so much tension that I decided, when I was turned 18 years old, that I would never act again, never get back on the stage. So many, many years later, I mean, my life was fine. I got married, I had a couple of kids, I became an attorney, but I always felt like something was missing, like that I wasn't fulfilling or utilizing my talents. And one of the darkest points of my life, I ran into Les Brown, world-renowned motivational speaker, Les Brown. And when I saw him on the stage, I remembered how much I wanted to be on the stage. And I said, that's what I want to do. I want to be a speaker and a trainer just like him. And I worked with him. I worked for him. I ended up running his speaker training program. And so that has brought me to this point. I've been a speaker and trainer for the last 13 years. But here's the deal. I know that there are other people who are just like me, other people who have taken their voices, their talents, and they've sort of put them in a box, put them away. And by doing the presentation and speaking and storytelling coaching that I do, I help people bring those stories to life. I help people give stellar performances on every stage they take.
I love it. So the world is a stage. You truly do believe that. Every place, even when you're in a sales conversation, that is a stage, and it truly is. So why is it important that an entrepreneur understands the power of storytelling in the sales process?
Gotcha. Well, here's the deal. I'll tell you this. The most important thing that you have to share with your audience, the most important thing that you have to share with your clients, the most important thing that you have to share with any prospect is your story. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Star, no, I've got these amazing products. I mean, if you were to see my products, and I'm going to say your products are great, but the most important thing you have to offer is your story. You're going to tell me, Star, my services, there's nothing like my services and what I do for people. Excellent. I believe you. But the most important thing that you have to give to your audience, your prospects, your client is your story, because your story is what connects you to your audience. This is where you say, this is who I am. This is why I am here. This is why you should do business with me. So yes, your story is the most important thing that you have to share with your audience.
That is, and it helps to solidify the relationship. I believe relationships.
Absolutely. You know what? Your story does three things. Your story does. It gives you distinction, it gives you connection, and it gives you conversion. Distinction. I mean, whatever business that you are in, there are thousands of people doing the exact same business that you are doing. What's going to distinguish you? What's going to make you different? Your story. Nobody has your story, and story gives you more connection. You know, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. The easiest way for you to develop that is to connect with people, to connect with your story. You've done it before. You're sitting across from someone, they tell you a little bit about their story, and suddenly you're like, I like you, I can relate to you. That is how you get connection. And the third thing is about conversion. You have more ability to convert when you are telling a story. And I'm not just talking about converting for dollars, because, well, that's good too, because we want to make some money. But sometimes you are trying to convert beliefs. You're trying to get a person to understand that there is hope, that they can make these changes, right? You want to convert them from believing that nothing will ever work to believing that your solution is the only thing that will ever work. And you can do that with your story.
Wonderful. Star, you are so powerful. People, if you are not good at telling your story, I have to work with her too, because the saying goes that facts tell, but stories sell. So I have to run everything past her myself. So she will help you to develop your story in the sales process. I want to ask another question. When it comes to taking drastic steps, and I know you've seen, we all have, the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. What drastic steps have you had to take in your business?
That's a great question. I'll tell you this, Toni. I think the most drastic step that I have ever had to take was to settle down my ego. Because I got a pretty big ego. I think I'm pretty good at what I do. But my ego was getting so big that I wasn't getting the help that I need. You know, being an entrepreneur, this is not a solo competition. We're not going to get there. We're not going to get to where we want to go going by ourselves. They say that a flock of geese goes further and faster when they're in a flock than they are when they go by themselves. But I was in that place of, I can do it. I know what I'm doing. The most drastic thing that I've had to do was put aside my ego and get professional help.
Yep, and I know you took a huge drastic step and invested in a powerhouse coach recently. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see your results. So tell everyone how to get in touch with you.
Excellent. So my name is Star Bobatoon. You can connect with me on my website, starbobatoon.com. You can send me an email. Guess what it is? starbobatoon.com, on Facebook, on Instagram. Guess what it is? starbobatoon.com. And if you would like to set up an appointment with me, let's get together and let's talk about your story journey. You can get in touch with me, set an appointment at timewithstar.com. timewithstar.com. Star Bobatoon, I am so glad to be here.
Thank you so much, Sistar. I appreciate your support and appreciate you coming on to share your story.
Absolutely, absolutely. You are going to do great things.
Thank you. We will be right back with our closing thoughts.
Drastic results, yeah, with Toni Harris-Taylor. Drastic.
Did you know that 76% of warm referrals actually close? Are you getting all the referrals that you want? My name is Toni Harris-Taylor, and I am the community builder with Network in Action Northeast Houston. I bring business owners together to help them to build relationships to bring each other more leads. If you're interested in getting more leads for your business, contact me at nianortheasthouston.com.
Are you looking to own a business? Why not own a financial consulting business? Start your new financial planning business with a reputable company established since 1969. We support your success with business coaching, a proven money-making system, and an established ready-made audience that will need your help. Contact Marlon Johnson. Call 248-910-2670.
Drastic results, yeah, with Toni Harris-Taylor.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my Sistars. We have seen each other through the ups and the downs and the peaks and the valleys of entrepreneurship. I really appreciate their sisterhood. We heard from Tarsha when she talked about branding and how important it is to have a personal brand so that you can attract the right clients. Then we talked to Sistar. Sistar is the master storyteller, and your story is everything in the sales process. Those Sistars have it together. I want to thank our sponsors for believing in Drastic Results with Toni Harris-Taylor. I want to ask you to support our sponsors. If we don't support small businesses, how are we expecting them to survive? These businesses have invested in themselves and they are ready to serve you. I want to encourage you to keep taking drastic steps and improve your sales by telling more stories, getting your brand together so that you can grow your business by naturally building relationships and attracting people to you. Thanks everybody for staying tuned, and we'll see you next week on the next episode of Drastic Results with Toni Harris-Taylor. This is Toni Harris-Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. See you next week.
Yes,